Hey, what's going on YouTube? Welcome to another Stock Talk Daily Analysis. I have fantastic news. I'm really hoping this is one of my best videos for the reason that I can now share my trading view. So I had this comment on YouTube. Can you guys, can you share your trading view? Can we see what you're doing? Is there any ways you can do this? And I actually figure out how to do it. So I went to sharing, so everyone with the link can view and copy. So what that means is anyone with the link, and the link is up here. So you can just copy that to your browser, whatever you think you're using, and that should work for sharing my layout. If that doesn't work, just let me know, but I'm pretty sure that that should definitely work. I've tried it out with my computer, and it worked for me. So just to let you guys know, this is an awesome thing I can do for you guys. So not only can I give you guys my charts, you guys can just follow along what I'm doing, and maybe that can help you guys off market hours to to see why I'm doing the things I am doing. So number one, this is a huge stock I have been trading, CRWD. For those who don't know, I made this call out at 110 that this stock was gonna pop off. The reason I made this call out, and let me go a little bit back in time, is because we were approaching this orange line, and we knew that it was gonna hit this orange line, which it did from 110 to 114, and then there was this line, which is the all-time high, which it hit again, and then we go back to this green line. So I'm doing a lot of analysis, which this makes a lot of sense to me, and I hope in over time this makes sense to you guys. And over time we have this bottom green support line that was just leading the way, and you can see how it gets smaller and smaller, and we just break it, we hit it, and we immediately go over it into this green line, which was the medium support line in a sense. It's usually what I call it. I mean, I'm sure it has a different name. And then we have the high support line. So this is very easy trading. These are the reason I kept saying CRWD is because it made so much sense and it was so predictable what was going to happen. So I'm going to call 110 right here. All right, so now you guys know, now you guys saw those green lines. You know exactly what I'm going to be doing. So 110 I bought right here. I'm like, this is going to hit this orange line. It hit it. I'm like, and the next step was the all-time high, which is 117. It hit it, and then we're going just right, we're just burning right through all the support lines, and we have a huge jump, which was totally predictable, and just the way there is very little pullback right here, and we break through to 155, all the way up here, yeah, about 153 this morning today, and we're actually sold at this red line where I promised I would, just because this is the all-time high. You want to sell high, so I bought this very very low, and I sold this very very high. I literally made $20,000 on CRWD alone. So just because I knew this was gonna happen, and I invested a lot of money on my prediction, which I got, I would say lucky, but it was a very, very strong call out. Um, so you can see how that works. I sold. I am done with CRWD. I think CRWD is over for me unless we go back to 123 or somewhere along this range where I would definitely buy again. That would be a nice dip to buy. But currently it is too high. I am done with CRWD. I held it for almost 2 weeks, and I made money pretty much every day of the week. It's trading CRWD. Another great stock that I actually made a call out for was Nvidia yesterday. Nvidia had a huge jump. They just released a one of the best CPU chips for the best price, and I think Nvidia is just going to blow this up proportion and how strong this chip really is. So if you guys don't follow the news, you guys should follow the news, especially the stocks that you're trading. I'm not the biggest news person, but if I'm trading like 2 or 3 stocks, which I usually tend to do, I tend to do only trade stocks that I think are very strong. Then I definitely want to do my research on what's going on with them. So Nvidia just released a 3090X something it's GPU, and their stock jumped from let's see, we were here. That was yesterday. Yep, from 9:30, it went from 542 all the way up to 574, which is a huge gain, especially if if you had it up here at 585, that was an easy sell. So as you can tell, Nvidia has been popping up and popping up. It just keeps going higher and higher. I think Nvidia is a really good stock for the future. I think what we can expect for Nvidia is to keep going up, especially since it's breaking so many highs. And I think it just has a lot of momentum going forward. Let's see what we can expect for tomorrow. I'll make this white. So this is a very strong bomb support line right here for this trend that's going on. I know it's a little messy, but you guys do have the link. So you guys can pretty much play with it, do whatever you guys want to do. I think this might even hit this white line, and then we're gonna be checking again at 580, 578. This is a very strong support. So as you can see, that's a little triangle. This is kind of what you guys want to look for is try. This is all triangles. So you can see a triangle right here. It's not the most so you can see how it's you see that white triangle right here? So this is an ascending triangle because you gotta always look at where the 90-degree angle is, which is right here. So it's ascending, an ascending triangle. If this was the opposite way around, it would be descending. And hopefully I can find some examples of a descending triangle today as I'm doing my charts. But it's a very strong chart for Nvidia. I'm really hoping tomorrow we open positive. It might dip really, really quickly and touch this line in the morning, and then we can shoot out tomorrow, or it might just open anywhere up here. Who knows? I can't I can't predict the uh, the pre-market, but I think Nvidia is a very strong stock. Some calls that I was doing was BA. Again, this is a if you guys, I really hope you guys can get all my charts because BA was in a call out that I did for some people that I have through text message, and I made a call out right here. We're on this purple line. I like to make my lights a little thicker, like a crayon, because it's always going to be exactly on it. But this was a fantastic call out. I made it right here, 169, and this was a huge, huge gain if you were making calls because it's very, very quick. And right now we're still up. So that was just if you have my charts and you see where the because you always want to buy low at the bottom support lines, and that's always what I'm doing. So you can see where this purple line comes into play. We have it here, we have it here, we have it here, we have it almost here, and then we hit it here again. So that's a very, very strong indicator that that purple line is a good support line, and most likely we're going to be balancing between those 2 points till we have a breakthrough, and we want to break this yellow line for BA. So this is a really good analysis. You can see where the triangle is. I mean, there's multiple triangles in here, but this would be the one, and it's gonna stay between that triangle right there. You can also say, yeah, and you can see this triangle right here. I mean, it's very predictable how this works. So you can see that huge triangle, and when we go over, good indicator that we're actually breaking up, and we see how we never go below this white line. That's because we broke that triangle right here. So just a couple things to know. I like looking at trends, and BA it's a very easy one. This was a really good buy right about here. So next we have Tesla. Oh my God, I hate trading Tesla. I had an unfortunate day today. I went short about here when we broke this trend, and somehow I was here, and then we just went all the way back up. So I have Tesla is one of those stocks it's a love-hate relationship. Sometimes I make a ton of money on Tesla, and just some days I'm like, why did that happen? So I mean, that's just the nature of Tesla. It has a lot of volatile. It's very volatile, moves around up and down, just way too fast. I'm not a big fan of trading Tesla, but I just like to show you what charts I have. I think Tesla is currently downtrending since we broke this bomb support line, and I think we're going to see a huge decrease unless we can go back to this line, which is very possible as well. Next, we have Apple. This is another stock I'm not really trading too much. Let me just get onto it. So you can see this trend very easy. You can see where to buy, and where to sell. So if you're buying here, selling here, buying here, selling here, buying here, selling here, it's just an easy, easy trade for Apple. I'm currently not trading it just because I was just too busy with Nvidia and also just working at the same time, so I'm a little busy. But this is a very easy trade. Most likely we're gonna see 135. I can almost guarantee it. So if it goes below, if it touches this orange line, and you do have my charts, hopefully you can have everything I have. You can easily predict where Apple's gonna go. All right. Let me just do one more. Let's see, what stock am I looking for? I definitely want to cover SC, so I'll get to that in a second. Yeah, let's do SC. So SC, I think right now is overbought. You can see how it keeps hitting this what teal turquoise line and just keeps going down. So this was the trend we had. This was the bottom trend, which became the average once we broke this line. And technically, I'm missing a line, which should be right here, which is the bottom support line. So you can see how those trends are just shooting out. Most likely, this feels like it's really overbought. I don't think we're gonna be hitting this line very soon. I think we're gonna be seeing a full back to this white line before we start climbing back up. So I think this is overdue, especially the way it's hitting this white line. It keeps rejecting. Most likely we're going to rejection back to 141 for SE. Another stock that I do like, I'm just not trading right now, is SQ. SQ just wants to fly. So I like the stock a lot. We broke the top. We plugged the top medium high. I don't know. I don't know where this came from. So just delete it. So we broke that top. So you can see how this was trading constantly between this. This is very easy trading here. We broke over. We start consolidating here. We broke this, and we went back. See, usually it likes to go back down to that top support line, and then you can see how it starts to make a triangle, which I love triangles. So as you can see that triangle right here. It's not a perfect 90-degree triangle. It's more obtuse right here. So it's an obtuse triangle. Actually, is that? No, I mean, I'm not gonna get my protractor out, but you can see how when it breaks up here, we have another uptrending, and then we have new lines being formed. So this is SQ. I think right now it's really overbought. I wouldn't be trading SQ right now. I just don't know how much higher this can really go. I think right now we hit the peak, and most likely we're gonna be hitting this blue line at 151, which would be a better buy for SQ. Um, Next we have AMD. Also same thing. It looks very similar to that to SQ. It's still all this. You can see how crazy this gets. I mean, this is like a rectangle falling over here. But this is AMD. I'm just having it here so you guys want to look at it. Oh my gosh, I used to trade AMD a lot. You can see how crazy I get with AMD. So, not much really to talk about AMD. I think AMD is gonna hit 100. The question is when. I definitely want to rebuy AMD, but I think we're gonna hit 87 before we go anywhere else. So that's kind of where I want to buy that stock. Um, so yeah, that's pretty much all the stocks I have. I talked about Tesla, Amazon. It's a great stock. They just keep going up. AMC is one of those stocks that might pop off. It's just a movie theater stock. I really have no lines for this. It's just just naming things out. But yeah, I hope you guys really enjoyed this video. I definitely like how I can share my trading view. I think that's gonna be a game changer for you guys. Once you guys really want to start trading. If you guys are not trading with a trading view, then you're not really trading. Like you need to be using a chart. You gotta be using something. Whereas I really feel bad for you guys making trades with just going blindly in there. But so far I'm really hoping Nvidia just keeps breaking out. I think Nvidia is really strong. And again, guys, if you really find this video helpful, please give me a like. If you're gonna find it helpful that you're gonna be using my trading view, give me a share somewhere. I don't even know. Find someone to share this video with, please. I take a lot of time to make these videos, and I put a lot of time into this just to help you guys make money. Um, so, anyways, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.